ما بنشبه بعضنا أبداً أبداً أبداً. خاصة أطباعنا مختلفة.
We're not alike. We are very different. I am an opera singer and Youssef is a lecturer. Our biggest fights are over the children. Youssef likes to raise the children as if they were putty in his hands, and I like the children to have a bit of space. Freedom for the children doesn't worry me.
We do disagree a lot in this matter. Maybe 90% of our problems have to do with the children. I have high expectations of them and want to make sure that our children are learning the right things. Fadia says that I don't give enough freedom to our children, but I don't think that's true. I like to give my children freedom, just as she has freedom, but I want to prepare them to use that freedom properly.
I can only be happy with my family if I'm happy in my work, and if work isn't going well, it affects my family. When I'm working for the opera, I'm often away for a long time. Well, it's not much of a problem, because Youssef helps out. He's prepared to take care of the children, even if he doesn't have much time. He can't do this very often now, but he did help out a lot when the children were babies. He used to wash them and take care of them and change their nappies when I wasn't at home. He did everything a mother would do. Our jobs are important, both for Youssef and myself, but we work next to each other. We don't share a lot. There's a film in which I was acting, and I was playing the part of a student, and he didn't even ask to see it. He wrote a book, and I didn't have time to read it.
My job means a lot to me. It gives me more than just satisfaction. Even if we had lots of money, I would want a job to build up my character, you know? I got this from my parents. My father was a writer, a philosopher, and a university professor, and my mother ran a business. I always saw my father encourage my mother to be involved in business, education, and politics. Of course, I accept equality between men and women, but I prefer Fadia to live as a real mother and not get lost in her job. I don't think that we entirely agree on this. Sometimes I tell her off. Fadia likes makeup on her face. I don't like it very much.
I know that my makeup bothers Youssef, and this will always remain a point of disagreement between us. It's not essential, and I'm not prepared to change my view on this. On the other hand, I know that Youssef loves me as I am. He'd love me whether I put on 20 kilos or lost 20 kilos. I'm sure that if I had an accident, which I hope will never happen, and if I became handicapped, he would still look after me and love me. Committing yourself to another person isn't easy, all the more so in marriage, and more specifically in Christian marriage, which is a step that you can't go back from. There isn't a civil marriage in our country, and so we have no other option than to stay together. Youssef and I agree in our basic convictions, but our characters are different. At times we discuss, argue, or even quarrel, but somehow we then do our best to come to a compromise, usually when there are some decisions to make, and it does require real sacrifice. Some people tell me, when there's something I want from Youssef, I should ask him when we're in bed. But I laugh about this because I feel if my partner is not convinced with my logic when we're sitting in the office, I don't want to play tricks to convince him.
In matters that deal with the house, I make her take the decisions and I leave her total freedom, but I insist on the things that I care about and that might touch my deepest convictions.